Today, I want to talk about consistency. I've personally struggled with being a consistent person in the last year. I noticed this last year during January to March in the lockdown period. Firstly, it was noticeable when it came to physical exercise at home. I struggled to do home workouts regularly and look for ways to either not do the exercise or find an excuse really, instead of doing what I know would not just be good for my physical health, but also my mental health. And I feel like that consistency of not doing the workouts is sort of little bit gone into my life still now, where I feel like I'm not getting the workouts done as consistent as I once was, where I would like to try and attend at least 3 sessions a week. Now, there is also the fact that I've now become a father, and that takes up a great deal of my time, which I have great joy and passion for being a father, and I understand that sometimes I have to be up and feeding my daughter and all that sort of stuff, and that comes first, most importantly. But there are times where I have slept in and I have not got myself out of bed when my alarm's gone off, and I'm not being consistent in terms of getting myself up, making sure I do my morning routine, and then I can go and do my physical activity to help not just me physically, but also, like I said, my mental state before then going to work to help me my day. And I find that my consistency is the goal of my year. In terms of New Year's resolutions, I don't usually set them because a lot of the time they could end up being broken or something along the line's not going to work. So this video is for me to call myself out in terms of being more consistent this year. So that means me being consistent in terms of my mornings, in terms of getting up on time every morning, rather than putting my alarm off and trying to get some more sleep. Which, to be fair, being a parent, you do lose sleep and you want as much as you can. So I can understand from becoming a parent how important it is to have that lie-in, but at the same time, I know that benefit of me doing some sort of physical movement first thing, through going into doing sort of cold showers in the morning, taking my dog for a walk. I can count on one hand how many times I've took my dog for a walk this year in the morning, which I'm really disappointed in terms of it's fine on the weekend, but Monday to Friday, I'm not consistent with my dog walking. And then I'd like to do my going to the gym again, like I said, and then that starts me off for my work day. But there's other things that I don't feel I am consistent in. So for instance, my usage of my phone has been something that I have issues with, where I try to set myself a reduced amount of screen time, say scrolling through social media, stuff like that, basically just trying to keep myself busy. And my biggest thing I know to not do this, for instance, when I come in from work, from about 4 o'clock or whatever time it is I come home from work, I know that I should first thing do is go upstairs, put my phone on charger out the way, because as soon as I know that it's not in my hand or in my grasp area, I am not going to touch it. And I want to give that undivided attention at that time to my daughter, to my girlfriend Scarlett, and give them all that I can in terms of conversation, playing with my daughter, interacting, bath times, feeding, helping put her to bed. They're the times there that I must be more consistent and get my phone out the way. And it's the same on the night. I should also be consistent with my phone at night time and say, right, 9 o'clock, my phone goes on the charge out of my bedroom, so I make sure that I do not use that phone through the night, and it's not going to affect my sleep rhythm, and my melatonin will be released, and I can start my nighttime routine as soon as I say, right, 9 o'clock, right, phone away, and then I begin my nighttime routine of whatever it states to be. But that is my process to say, right, now I'm going to get into the stages of going to bed, and then sets me up for the next day much better, rather than sitting on my phone till 10, 10:30, even 11 o'clock, because that's going to have a detrimental effect on my sleep. Then if I'm having to wake up and feed my daughter in the night, then it's just going to have a negative spiral, like say, and then it affects my morning routine again. And the other thing that I want to call myself out is my consistency with my podcast. Now, I understand in the first 6 months, I was a new father. I don't think I probably understood what it takes to be a father in terms of supporting my girlfriend, supporting the baby, all the things that came with it. You don't come with a baby doesn't arrive with a help script or help pages, you have to learn on the job of how to be a father or how to be a mother. And that was my time there to really support my girlfriend through that period and really support how to be a father. And obviously with that, took so much of my time and my attention, which it needed to, and it still needs to today. But I feel like my consistency in terms of just even putting out a regular post, maybe once a week, or even consistency, trying to keep up my stories or refreshing from previous years, I just completely backtailed. And this is again a bit of a call out for myself to be consistent with my podcast. I have got in line a few guests already planned. I know that I want to make sure this is a podcast for people to listen to inspire them to be consistent. As I've said with my podcast, I want to inspire one person. If it helps one person to become more consistent in their life, then my goal of this talk has helped them, has made me fulfilled. So I'm looking forward to whatever is coming along with Stay Humble. I'm going to be a bit more consistent with my content. I'm going to be more consistent as a person. Feel free to call me out if you don't see me doing it. But I look forward to you listening to the next conversation or ramble that I've got for you. Thanks for listening.